people who are known as the strong one are actually carrying invisible exhaustion. Because strength can become an identity. And when people become identified with always being strong, they often stop feeling safe enough to fully fall apart. Welcome back to Beyond the Script. I'm Ali Christos, and today I want to talk about something I think many people silently carry: the emotional weight of always being the strong one, the reliable one, the calm one, the helper, the fixer, the one who holds everything together for everyone else. Because while that identity may look admirable internally, it can become incredibly lonely. You may be wondering how the strong one identity develops. I don't think most people consciously choose this identity. I think many people adapt into it, sometimes because they had to emotionally grow up too quickly, sometimes because chaos existed around them, sometimes because vulnerability didn't feel safe, sometimes because being useful became how they received love or approval. So, over time, they learn, I need to stay composed. I need to hold it together. I can't fall apart. I have to be the stable one. Well, all this has a hidden cost. The problem is, when people become emotionally identified with strength, they often disconnect from their own emotional needs. They become the person everyone leans on, but rarely feel fully supported themselves. And eventually, this can create burnout, emotional numbness, anxiety, resentment, loneliness, or quiet exhaustion. Because constantly carrying emotional responsibility for others is heavy. One thing I've noticed is that many people who pride themselves on independence are actually carrying unresolved emotional survival patterns. They learned it's safer not to need anyone. It's safer to rely on myself. Vulnerability creates pain, so they become extremely capable externally while internally struggling to fully receive support, intimacy, or emotional safety. I think many strong people secretly fear becoming emotionally overwhelmed if they finally let themselves feel everything they've been carrying. So instead, they stay busy, productive, helpful, focused on others, because slowing down might mean finally confronting their own emotions underneath. I've experienced this pattern myself at different points in life, wanting to appear composed, wanting to keep moving forward, trying to stay productive through stress, anxiety, uncertainty, or emotional pain. And I think many people eventually realize strength without emotional honesty becomes exhausting. Because eventually the nervous system starts asking for something deeper than performance. I honestly think real strength looks very different than what most people were taught. Real strength isn't emotional suppression, it's emotional awareness. It's the ability to be honest, set boundaries, ask for help, slow down, feel grief, feel uncertainty, and still remain connected to yourself through it all. That takes far more courage than constantly pretending everything is okay. I think many people need permission to stop carrying everything alone. Permission to rest, permission to receive support, permission to not constantly hold everything together. Because healing often begins the moment people stop performing strength and start allowing themselves to be human again. You don't always have to be the strong one. Sometimes healing begins when you finally allow yourself to be supported too. If this episode resonated with you, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, left a review, or shared this with someone who may need it. And if you want to follow the journey, you can find me on Instagram at Beyond the Script Show. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you on the next episode of Beyond the Script.